Hey, what's going on, invaders? Today is Wednesday, it's May 20th, 2015, and you're watching 66-Second Reviews, your source for wild and bizarre rock and roll albums 3 times a week. Today's 66-Second Review is a killer 1998 release on Telstar Records. It's none other than the Ghastly Ones with their long player album, A Haunting We Will Go-Go. I got this record in Portland, Oregon at 2nd Avenue Records, and yeah, you probably hear me say that a lot on this show, and that's because that place is a gold mine. If you're ever in Portland, highly recommend stopping by that place. But this album, if I had to describe it with my brain, my slow, tiny brain, I'd say it falls into the category of horror surf. And when it shows up on the playlist at Zorch Radio, it's going to be, of course, during our Hang 10 at 810 surf segment, and it's going to be next to such bands as the Finks, as the Stars of Bombay, or just about anything from Delphi Records. Want to let you know, too, today's episode of 66-Second Reviews is brought to you in part by RealPunkRadio.BigCartel.com, providing you online shirts, patches, and gear from the premier independent online radio network. You can get some merch for yourself by going to RealPunkRadio.BigCartel.com. Now, on this long player album, there are 20 tracks, and some of these are kind of novelty tracks because there is a bit of a narrative that goes on throughout the entire album. It's a really fun listen to play through, and plus there's tons of great singles on there. 14 of the songs particularly were added into rotation at Zorch Radio. And if I didn't already have this record, well, you know, let's go back a little bit. So Ghastly Ones are no longer active. It's going to be hard to find the copy of this. If you want a copy, it's going to be pricey to find one online for the record version. You can get the CD version for pretty cheap, so I would recommend starting there. Or if you got a lot of money that you're willing to burn in your pocket, feel free to dish it out and get a long player version of it. And as I mentioned, Ghastly Ones are no longer active, or they're on hiatus or taking a break. Not really sure what's going on. There's a whole bunch of details that were released in Episode 8 of the Beer with Bear podcast. One of the members from the Ghastly Ones was interviewed on that show, Norman, and he's in this current act called Boss Fink that's got another member from the Ghastly Ones, plus Faggotscene or Haunted George is also in Boss Fink as well. Boss Fink's doing a bunch of stuff right now. They're putting on gigs, recording stuff, and getting stuff sent out there. You can go catch them at the Surf Guitar Convention 101. That's Surf Guitar 101 Convention. That's what it is. Going on in San Diego. That's on August 8th. So Boss Fink is playing alongside of the Tomorrow Men, plus a couple acts from Spain, and Davey Allen and the Arrows are headlining. It's a crazy surf festival going on that day. I'm going to post a link for that as well as the podcast in the description down below. But if I didn't already have this long player record from the Ghastly Ones, I would pay $43 out of my pocket to make sure it got inserted in my collection. This is easily top 10 surf albums of all time in my book, if you ask me. And there's a lot of great 90s surf out there. You know, Bomboras, Satan's Pilgrims, Phantom Surfers. Ghastly Ones seem to be the kingpin of that whole 90s surf scene. Highly recommend getting this if you can. If you can't, we'll play you a track this upcoming Thursday on Zorch Radio during the Thursday Night Wrecking Pit, so just tune in. Want to let you know, too, that we do have another giveaway for today. Compliments of Seattle act The Verb. This is their album Reverberated for Your Pleasure, as featured in episode 16 of 66-Second Reviews. All you got to do to win this copy of this album is retweet this video from our Twitter page. And also, you got to follow us at 662ND Reviews. And then 10 episodes from now, we'll pick a name out of the hat of the people who followed and retweeted, and then we'll announce it. You just may score yourself a copy of this killer Seattle surf album as well. Anyways, my name's Jake Noose. I am highly recommending Ghastly Ones with their 1998 release on Telstar Records entitled A Haunting We Will Go-Go. And I'm reminding you that nobody cares about your haircut.
Friday, June 19th at Studio 7 in Seattle, the premier Psychobilly event of the Pacific Northwest. Zorch Radio's 2015 Psychobilly Brawl. With Gutter Demons.
There's a house by December. There's a house by
Saints, Raw Dogs, The Mean Street Meanie, and Jake Noose. This event is all ages, bar with ID. Tickets are $20 advance at psychobillybrawl2015.brownpapertickets.com or 22 the day of the show. The doors open at 6 p.m. and the first 100 people will receive an exclusive Psychobilly Brawl patch. Again, this all-ages Psychobilly Festival is Friday, June 19th at Studio 7 in Seattle with Gutter Demons, Gambler's Mark, Henchmen, Hard Money Saints, Raw Dogs, The Mean Street Meanie, and Jake Noose. That's Psychobilly Brawl 2015.brownpapertickets.com.